Keefe with Kim Keefe's Team Open Doors, powered by Compass, for another episode of Kim's Corner. I'm here today with Tim Shabani from Sofies Whiskey and Wine. I'm not going to lie, it's one of my favorite places in Woodstock.
We appreciate that.
So tell me, where does a name like Sofie come from? Grandma, your wife, me? No, not me.
No, neither actually. So Sophie's my oldest daughter.
Yay! Even better.
Yep. So I've got 2 kids since then, but when I was thinking about doing this, I wanted to go with that. And, when I was writing the plan and whatnot, I just stuck with that originally. Now, the other 2 kids are not giving too much of a hard time, but we'll see what it looks like down the road.
I see some special desserts, maybe not drinks, entrees,
Yeah, a little bit of that, trying to get them plugged in here, and we'll see if that, accommodates their wishes.
Well, based on the way the bottle is in the logo, I think Sofie worked perfectly, the name for your logo. So that was a good call.
And
good call in naming your kids.
Yeah, and I'd like to shout out Turnkey Digital, who actually designed our logo. They did a killer job, and it's been perfect.
Wonderful. Another Woodstock fabulous company. Perhaps we'll have them on soon, too. So tell me about your vision for Sofies, and how long have you been here?
Sure. So I opened October 15th of 2019, so this October will be 7 years.
Wait, 2019.
2019.
Woo! You made it through some tough times.
We did. There were some challenges there in the beginning. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried, especially being 6 months after opening. But, at the same time, I wasn't the only person or business that had this situation happen to them. So, you got to do what you got to do, and you just got to keep moving.
Love it. Well, clearly, you have made a name for yourself here, and tell me a little bit about what to expect when someone new, not quite like me, but someone new comes to the restaurant.
Sure. So we're going to definitely have a big focus on cocktails, whiskey, and wine. We've got everything when it comes to whiskey, pours from mid-range to super premium stuff. That's going to be a big focus. Our cocktails, seasonal cocktails, which we're getting ready to roll out here soon, are going to be a big part of what we do. Our food menu is really designed to be something that you can complement your drink with, which is going to be some small plates, some charcuterie, some pizza, stuff like that. So we are not like a full-service restaurant as per se, but we have definitely food. It's good. The recipes are simple, high quality, and good. That's really what it's based on.
Right on. So as a vegetarian, pescatarian, there's even a couple things for me to eat on the menu, so I appreciate that.
Of course.
And of course, I love your wine. I wouldn't say your selection so much as the high quality wines that you serve. And so whether I'm enjoying a Katina Malbec or my absolute favorite, Austin Hope, it's really wonderful to be able to get a glass of something that's high end and be able to enjoy that when the moment is right. Right?
Absolutely.
I don't do that every day, but when I'm in the mood for Austin Hope, that's what I get. So I so appreciate that it's here.
Absolutely. And a lot of our cocktails and pours wine are really designed to be like that. We're going to have some upper end stuff. It won't be all that, but something where when you're in the mood for something like that, we got it.
Love it. Love it. So tell me a little bit about your community connection and how vested you are in Woodstock.
Sure. We're very vested. I think that we're a really good partner. We do things when we can, which is things through Chamber, through the Opera House, various sponsorships sometimes with the lighting of the square. We've done various community stuff from, pretty much, trying to help out the community when we can to some sponsorships. So I'd say a really good partner for the community.
Wonderful.
And happy to be here.
Wonderful. Well, and we so appreciate that. And when we work as a community together to bring people into the community for things at the Opera House, for example, and then those folks need a place to go to before, during, or after. Not during, sure. But after. And so it's great to have really those places, those businesses that people can filter to and contribute to the economic, success of the community. So
for sure, yeah.
Now there's about to be a little bit of congestion on Route 47. Do I see blinking lights on Sophie saying, "Hey, get out of the traffic and come here"? What's in store for you in the coming months?
I think anything's on the table as far as that goes. Whatever marketing that I'll try to go through that will potentially help. You're not going to know if it's going to be for sure a winner, but any various outside of the box marketing that we can do to get people to stop in, I'm probably going to lean that way. That being said, I think we have a really strong local following. For people that have been here, they're definitely going to have their favorite route to get here, whether that means through the back way, the side way, or even the front. I think that they'll still come. We might see different changes of time of day when people come, but, we'll see what happens on as far as how much that will affect us. It could not, it could be minimal.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Well, you know that if you need a hand with marketing or getting the word out that Sophie needs you to come visit, then we'll help you with that.
We appreciate that. We need everything we can get.
Right? So for locals, I don't even know the name. I mean, I should probably know the name of the street back here, but everybody knows you can come off of Calhoun Street if you're a local, that you come off of Calhoun, and it's not even that bumpy. It's not like the old Jewel access over there.
Right. So Irving is the road that's back here, and you can come through. There's an entryway to come through to the back parking lot, which you can
from back there,
Yep, you can curl around and go through Fast Tacos and come down, or you can continue on Irving and then take the quick right and come to the side entryway, which is going to be an entry that's going to be right in front of the Fieldman Vision that just opened up right now.
Right. Okay.
And of course, there'll be the front as well. So, where you're coming from, there might be better routes that you're gonna.
All roads lead to Sophie. Perfect. One of the things I know that you've had throughout the year, throughout your time here, has been the events, like your whiskey tasting events.
Yep.
Anything? What can you tell us about those?
Sure. So we've done various events with our events. So we've done multiple whiskey pairing events. We've done wine pairing events. We have done mainly whiskey wine pairing events. We've done some cocktail and cupcakes and cocktail events. So that's like a ticketed event where people sign up. We're generally looking to do somewhere between 20 and 25 people. We just did an Irish whiskey event right before St. Patrick's Day.
Of course.
Before that, we did a Bardstown pairing event in January, which I have a lot of exciting news to share about Bardstown, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Okay. Sounds like a hang in there, we'll get to that kind of thing. Don't let me forget about that.
Yeah.
All right. You are known, really, for exemplary staff. What do you do to help really recruit talent and make sure that your guests are so well cared for the way you do?
A few things. I try to just, and I'm not right all the time. I've been wrong as well. But I try to find the best fit for somebody who would want to work here, why he would want to work here, and if it kind of fits with what we're doing here. Mm-hmm. So, you definitely are going to have an interest of making a lot of cocktails, per se, the wine, the whiskey, the type of food, and the general overall environment. So we're not a loud place, per se. It's going to be quieted here. It's going to be more people conversating and mingling together, catching up together. So if you are into environments that are loud, where the music is blaring, we're on the very opposite side of that. So if that is your thing, we might not be the place that you want to be working at, but if that is your thing, we could be. And of course, pay and all that type of stuff is definitely going to help. And trying to take care of people when you can.
Right. Well, we've been longtime customers and have always enjoyed and see so many of the same faces over and over and over again when we've been here. And it's so nice to kind of feel like family here a little bit.
Absolutely. We appreciate
Nobody
it.
hollers my name when I walk in the door yet. I'm just pointing that out. All right, so I want to touch on the fact that you do also have slot machines here. You have on-site gambling. I'm not sure what it's called even.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to say, honestly, I don't love that at every establishment I go to, but it is very tasteful here. They're tucked in a corner. It's a private room. And the one thing I love about it, I often see my friends here. So they're in there. They come out for a drink. We get to catch up. And then they go back and they win or lose, whatever they do. Do you have some big winners here every now and then?
We do. Yeah, so I've seen wins from all over the place, from $300, $400, $500 all the way up to the most I've probably seen was maybe $7,500. And of course, multiple $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 winners.
Oh
now,
my gosh!
When people win, that's the $1 million question. You'll never really know.
Okay. You want to hear a scream back there?
We'll hear some hooting and hollering when somebody does, but some people say nothing as well.
Okay.
That being said, with video gaming, it's definitely its private room, and we got that. When I first opened, we didn't have video gaming at opening, so that was something later down the road, like after the COVID thing. So, having a balance of that along with what we're doing here has been a challenge, but I think so far.
Wherever the wood is, yeah. They're not here.
Yeah.
All right, super. Well, we're seeing more friends walking in the door. This is so fun. The place is starting to fill up with some neighborhood antics. Yeah, something like that. All right, so tell me about what you were alluding to the
Bardstown. Yep. So last week we did something really, really exciting that I've been working on for 3-4 years here. Since we have a really big emphasis on whiskey, of course, it's on the sign, a big whiskey list. I was in Bardstown last week, Bardstown, Kentucky. So you may or may have heard of Bardstown whiskey, bourbon.
Sure.
It's a popular whiskey. They've been around for a little while now. High quality whiskey. So I went down there to do a barrel pick with Bardstown of rye whiskey.
Okay.
So you may or may not be familiar with what a barrel pick. What does that mean?
Yes.
So you go down there, and I've got pictures that I posted on social media, and we'll talk a lot more about it soon here. But you go down there, you do like a private tour. They do 4 samples of whiskey that you're going to be picking.
Okay.
So we are doing a rye whiskey. So they do 4 samples. You go in the tasting room. You taste them. Don't like that one. Don't like that one. They let you bring 7 people with me. So I brought 7 people with me to make us 8, along with the Bardstown rep here from Illinois.
Okay.
So we picked our barrel per se. It is going to probably not be delivered for 2 to 3 months ish. It will say Bardstown single barrel program, Rickhouse C floor 2, and then below that will say Sofie's Whiskey Wine number 1, which is going to be like Volume 1, Series 1. We'll see how this goes. We'll have a lot of bottles, so you'll hear a lot about that with cocktails, pours, a barrel kickoff of that once we do take delivery of it.
Is that something you can sell?
We will be able to sell some bottles of that only, per the guidelines of what they will be here. They'll give you some more details on that, but we will be able to sell some bottles of that for people to purchase.
Well, how fun. What a great experience.
It was one of the coolest things that you can do if you're a whiskey nerd or non-whiskey nerd. The facility was absolute top-notch. Think of like Napa Valley type experience, but on the whiskey side of things. And you'll see a lot about it.
Love it. I got the Napa Valley part down, so.
Yep.
And I've been to Rush Creek Distilling, so I've seen a little bit of that too. So.
Yep.
Love
Very
it.
cool.
All right. Well, anything I forgot to touch on or that you'd like to highlight further?
No, I think you touched on what we kind of do here, what we are doing, what we're kind of known for, what the general vibe is, and what our cocktails, food kind of come into play of what we're doing here. So
Love it.
I think you got it.
Love it. It's a busy place. I feel like I should let you get back behind the bar where you're most comfortable.
True.
You know, I mean, you've been out there. You've been a model for me in the men's fashion show. You've done an interview, without hair and makeup this time, even though we teased he should. But not that you should, but not that you needed it. But anyway, but it's picking up just the way it should be. You're awesome. Thank you for being a part of Woodstock.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Kim. Thank you.
You're welcome. And with that, I'm Kim Keith.
And I'm Tim Shabani.
And we love where we live.